every day. The town is full of predator, don't turn a little prey. I flip $1 million out of nothing, make them feel a certain way. Hoping that the switch.
What's good, y'all? Fisk Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fisk. You know why you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Listen, hit that sub button. Hit that sub button. Join this Fisk Unit Mafia, this Fisk Unit Army. Join me on this crusade against this hating ass media, these lame ass content creators of these other fan bases, and anybody who doubts the New York Giants as a staff, label, and mother effing crew. I won't tolerate it. I will not tolerate anything anti-Giants, especially when it's a bold-faced lie. Understand something, Giants fans. We are under attack. This is a war. This is a battlefield. This ain't sweet. This ain't normal. The circumstances are grim. Okay? We are attacked by other fan bases. We are attacked by other fan bases' content creators. We're being attacked by media experts like Stephen A. Smith. Now we're being attacked by randoms who write columns like Patrick Daugherty, who I'm about to light up in a second. And most importantly, we still gotta get rid of the snitches. You know what I'm saying? The leaks on the boat. The Giants fans who are halfway in. I got news for every Giants fan who don't think we're going to win the division. For every Giants fan who don't think we're going to take off for 2021. You're not welcome here. You can't be halfway pregnant. Either you are all in on the Giants or you can get the fuck out. With that being said, who the hell is Patrick Daugherty and who gave him permission to post this bullshit? So according to NBC's Patrick Daugherty, he ranked Joe Judge 23rd out of 25 head coaches. The only coaches he thought was worse than Joe Judge was Vic Fangio and the Bengals Zach Taylor. Now my thing is this, it's only 23 out of 25 Giants fans because according to the article, he left out new hires. So the Robert Salahs and the Nick Siriannis, they weren't in it. So this is, I guess there was 7 new coaches, he left them out. Let me just get to a couple of these sound bites. Look at this. He says that Joe Judge started off 0-5 and 0-1-7. That was poor. He also said that in the offensive league, Joe Judge's offense was terrible. He also goes on to say that Joe Judge is throwing weapon, or I'm gonna quote this one verbatim. I'm not gonna sum up this quote. This is a verbatim quote, word for word. He says the problem was Judge's offense would show 0 second-year improvement under erratic starting quarterback Daniel Jones. The front office is throwing weapons at the issue, but it will fall to Judge to make a lemonade out of Daniel Jones's lemons. Judge can sometimes feel like a football guy. He's a parody. He took the Sudfeld thing a little too personally. Really? So he calls Joe Judge a parody, and then he says he took that Eagles tank job too personally? Who the fuck is this guy? Who gave him permission to talk football? Who in New York didn't take the Sudfeld Nate Peterson thing personally? Everybody took that crap personally. The Eagles front office took it personally too, because Doug Peterson ain't there no more. He says Joe Judge is a parody and he took it too personally. Really? So we're sitting at home, we handle business. Nowhere in this article does it mention that in order for Joe Judge to take something personally, we had to beat the Cowboys at 1 o'clock. I'm so sick and fucking tired of people not mentioning the fact that we had to go beat Dallas, who was coming in hot. Andy Dalton caught fire. Oh, look at CeeDee Lamb. Oh, look at Michael Gallup. Oh, look at Amari Cooper. Andy Dalton caught fire. He's the veteran. Andy Dalton's been to the playoffs many a times. He's won tougher divisions in the AFC North. They came in smoking and we put them out. Nobody wants to talk about that. If we don't have anything to complain about at 8 o'clock, if we don't hear no business at 1 o'clock, can somebody please give my quarterback credit for winning that game? And can somebody please give my head coach credit for winning that game? There's nothing to talk about if we don't beat Dallas at 1 o'clock. I would love to have an 85 DeLorean and Doc Brown. I would love to go back in the past and make sure the Giants lose at 1 o'clock. I wish we lost that game because I would love to see the lawsuits. I would love to see Jerry Jones stopping NFL meetings in the offseason. I would love to see the saga of which that tank job would have caused if the Cowboys got robbed out of a playoff spot. Jerry Jones still be bitching about it. Oh, but we're the Giants. We don't matter. We supposed to shut up. Could y'all imagine if Jerry Jones was at home and he saw Doug Peterson pull his starters for the fourth quarter? Could you imagine the backlash Goodell would have felt from that? Could you imagine? Jerry Jones still be mad about it. There would be rules. There would be anti-tank rules. There would be punishments. Eagles would have got fined. It would have been bro, they hate us. The media hates the Giants. Look at this article I'm reading off. The media hates the Giants. So when we get shitted on, didn't nobody care. All the Cowboy fans in the media, all the Cowboy fans across the world, they would have been riots. It would have looked like Black Lives Matter out this bitch. Let the Eagles have done that to the Cowboys. Everybody would have felt sympathy for the Cowboys. It wouldn't have been the Eagles did what's best for business. The Eagles don't owe the Giants nothing. It would have been, how could you do that to the Cowboys? What about integrity of the game? What about playing 4 quarters? What example are you setting for the locker room? The narrative would have been different. Don't call Joe Judge a parody because of that speech he gave about playing 4 quarters and sacrifice. That was one of the greatest speeches any head coach has ever given. The speech was so great, it got Doug Peterson fired. I can't believe this. And then you're going to sit here and talk about how Ron Rivera and Mike McCarthy are better than Joe Judge? In what world? Newsflash, Cockroach Nation, I got something for y'all later this week in the Ops Report. But your bum ass head coach had Cam Newton in his prime and never won a Division II straight seasons. Mike McCarthy, you're a product of Aaron Rodgers. I would love to see how many rings Aaron would have if you weren't there. And y'all got the balls to talk about Joe Judge, who had one of the worst rosters in the entire NFL and made him competitive, who fixed Daniel Jones' fumbling problem and his turnover problems. Did you see his turnover ratio the last half of the season? You know why we have free agents in New York? Because of Joe Judge and the culture that he built. That's why we have free agents in New York. Kenny Golladay said he wanted to be a Giant. Adoree Jackson said it felt like home. I love the culture. Kyle Rudolph said, I can't wait to get into this building. I love Joe Judge. But no, not Patrick Daugherty, some random from NBC Sports who needs clicks. He's doing this for clicks. Nobody care about his little bum ass articles if he didn't do something clickbaity, which is disrespecting Joe Judge. Unbelievable. Like I said, man, it's Giants versus the world. We ain't taking no prisoners. We ain't showing no mercy. And most importantly, we have no forgiveness. We will not open the bandwagon when we're winning. We driving past you on the freeway. Hell, we throwing shit out the windows while we go by. Don't slurp us when we're winning. Don't talk about the culture when we're winning. Don't talk about the acquisitions when we're winning. Don't talk about Daniel Jones turning the corner when we're winning. Don't talk about it. Because you're hating us right now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Giants versus the world, man. I'm done. I said enough. That's it, that's all. The Ops Report on Washington will be dropping later this week, so y'all stay tuned. That's it, that's all. Subscribe to the unit if you rocking with me. My name is Fisk Vegas, and I approve this message.